APNvideo.com is on the air, and today we're coming to you from sunny Bradenton, Florida, and the spectacular IMG Academy Field. It's the 2019 American Youth Football National All-Star Game. And I'm Jeff Lowry with APN Video. So glad you could join us. Game day temperature, 72 degrees. You get a look at the West head coach on the left, Lawrence Lee. He feels like they've got a great team assembled this year. James McKinney is the West general manager this season. And on the other side, Lou Montanaro making his second appearance as a head coach from the East. They got a great coaching staff as well on the East side. And Ty Johnson, the East general manager, will help lead the way as we send it down to Dee Grayer and Craig Carahuda.
Thanks, Jeff Lowry. APN Video covering us again. They're here at the National All-Star Game, AYF National All-Star Game, 12th annual game, Craig Carahuda.
Yeah, today some of the top 68th graders in American youth football will take the field today, and we will rectify the tie. The records is 5 wins East, 5 wins West, and 1 tie. Today, somebody will take the lead in this series.
All right, so, we have the greatest coaches out here in AYF. We have the West, we have the East, we have great players, we have our staff, and we have our great sponsors. So we want to give a shout out to IMG Academy here in Bradenton, Florida. It's been an excellent week here. The kids have got an educational opportunity with watching world-class athletes train. They've been seeing camps. They've been able to do the camps. They pretty much had the run of the land. They've been in the dorms doing their thing, Craig. Incredible deal, right?
Incredible facilities. The kids stayed in brand new dorms, swimming pools, basketball courts, beach volleyball, 90-foot outdoor television. They were watching college football the other night. It's an incredible week. The experience is second to none.
Absolutely. So we have great sponsors. Like I said, IMG Academy is our host here. Dick's Sporting Goods does a lot for us. We have the uniform sponsor, Craig. Talk about these uniforms.
We got to shout out to one of our coaches, Lou, and his company, Evo 9X. Swagged our uniforms out this year. We look great on the field. Thanks to Evo 9X for their support of the game.
And talking about swag, we got Battle, Chris Circo, CEO, doing a great job always for us with Battle. And the kids are swagged out with Battle. They got the headbands. They got everything going with the mouthpieces and everything. So what you saying?
We got to shout out. That's our boy, Chris. Shout out to our boy, Chris. Thank you for everything, my man.
Yeah, so Joe Gallardo, our national president, I think you guys are going to hear from him a little later throughout the broadcast. What can you say about Joe, man? He's our leader, our main guy, and he gets things done for us. So, his vision here is starting American youth football in 1996 and getting it going, and the idea to have a national all-star game. I know my son played in the game in 2009, the second game that they had out here, and it was a pretty incredible opportunity. It just gets better and better every year. So I know he's excited at home, and all the teammates from his team, and they're tuning in and always trying to see what's going on. Dad, what are they doing this time? What are they doing? What's going on? So it definitely came a long way from the early beginnings, and now here at IMG is crazy.
And just like Dee said, to reiterate, Joe Gallardo, our president, we do a lot of events during the year. We have a huge national championship tournament in Orlando, but Joe calls this his signature event. This sets AYF apart from any other national youth football organization. There are not too many real national youth football organizations out there, but this sets us apart. When this is our event, we give back to our 8th graders, and we just make sure that they go out with a bang. So thanks to the boss. Thanks to Coach. Thanks, Coach Joe.
Coach Joe. So, Jeff Lowry, that's it for now. We'll talk to you a little later. Enjoy the game.
All right, Craig, Dee, thank you very much. Outstanding job for our pregame show. We're getting set for the coin toss here. Let's take a look at our team captains, the East representing in the dark uniforms. They'll come out with Zamonte Sims, number 2. Number 10 is Dean Veraconi, the quarterback. Number 14, Moises Muse. Spells it M-E-U-S. Number 20 is Cameron Williams. And the 5 for the Red West All-Stars, Zachariah Branch, number 1. Number 11, out of Vegas Strong, Jemiah Otis. Number 21, Miles Libman. Number 44, also from Vegas Strong, Pali'i Foa, and 54, the hard hitter Thomas McMillan. Well, the East have won the toss. They have elected to receive. I had a chance to talk to the founder of American Youth Football earlier today, Joe Gallardo. Back at IMG Academy in Bradenton, Florida, I'm with the founder of American Youth Football, Joe Galot. And Joe, thanks for being with us. And, well, we've had another great event, and now it's game time.
Thank you, Jeff. I really am proud of the completion of our season, basically, is here at IMG, National All-Star Game. It's our way of giving back to the young fellas that have been with our program, the coaches, the administrators. It's our way of showcasing the best of the best.
Talk about, what is the build-up to this game and the people involved?
Well, actually, it starts right from the beginning. We have our program is designed to bring the total child around. I mean, he is academically qualified if he's here. He is also a benefit from some of our motivational programs, the district tournaments, the regional, going to national championships. All of those things weigh into where we select the National All-Stars.
If you have a chance on this program to talk to as many kids as you can, I mean, what's the big message that you want to tell your football players?
What I'd like to tell them is, not everybody is going to be an NFL player, not everybody is going to be a Division I college football player, but everybody is going to be called upon in their communities. In this day and age, there's so much divisiveness. Everybody's going to be called upon to be a leader, particularly a good young athlete that's very aggressive in his performances. People look to that, and they want to know what he's thinking, and what we try to do is let them know that they have an unlimited potential.
And finally, let's talk about IMG. Boy, they really treated us well this week, and tremendous facilities.
It's a great facility, and as you know, even the NFL teams practice here, and some teams that are visiting with the Tampa Bay teams come over and they practice here and reside until the next game. So it's an amazing facility. It's world class, and we like to think that our players, our coaches are world class.
Special thanks to the founder and president of American Youth Football, Joe Galot. You're looking at the East return team. Number 20 on the left is Cameron Williams. You saw number 1, Ebron, on the right. And doing the kicking honors, Justin Rhett for the Red West All-Stars. And the 2019 AYF National All-Star Game is underway, and the West is going to recover the onside kick. And this game is underway in a big, big way as the AYF All-Stars recover it. John Butler, Johnny on the spot, number 24. And so we're going to see the offense come out here, led by Christian Johnson, number 7, the quarterback. John Bryant will probably be their primary weapon out of the backfield, wearing number 88 in the green helmet. Devin Jackson, Zach Branch, very talented receiver. Freddy Linux, Justin Rhett. A couple of the other receivers that will be featured here today. 1st down and 10. First play from scrimmage in this 2019 AYF National All-Star Game. And they're going to run an end around with Branch. He's inside the 40, inside the 30, and he'll be wrapped up near the 30-yard line. A tremendous tackle that time by Scott. And that is going to be a 15-yard pickup and a 1st down for the West All-Stars. So their first play from scrimmage nets them 15 yards. And it's 1st down and 10 from the East 30-yard line. They'll fake the end around, and they go to John over the right side. He's going to be hogtied and brought down once again. Second tackle in 2 plays by Scott out of the Oviedo Knights. It was a pickup of 4, 2nd down and 6. No score, first quarter action. We're just underway from IMG Academy in Bradenton. Handoff inside, right over center. And first in there was big number 14, Moses Moose. And a couple of others wrapping him up. And now you're looking at a 3rd down and 6. No gain on the play. Tremendous defense by the East. Scoreless tie. Quarterback back to pass. Throws over the middle, and it's intercepted. That ball's picked off near the 20-yard line. A short yardage return. And the interception belongs to Anthony Benzia. There is a penalty marker on the play. This might be a personal foul. Face mask against the West All-Stars. So with 7:51, they take over. The interception by Anthony Benzia. And our first look at Dean Varicone, the talented left-handed throwing quarterback for the Team East All-Stars. They'll feature Ebron in the backfield. You got Cameron Williams. Those are the two guys. And number 2, Zamonte Sims is actually getting the start in the backfield. And you're going to see receivers like Meeks, Kelly. Also, handoff, running right. And a big-time stop and a sensational play by John Butler, who recovered the initial or the first kickoff of the ball game. And that's going to bring up a 2nd down and 11. So they lose a yard on the play, a negative yardage play by Butler and the West. No score, first quarter action. Jeff Lowry with you from IMG Academy. They run an end around, and the West defense too fast on the edge. And they are led this time by Jemiah Otis, number 11. He was the one that got in there initially. That'll bring up a 3rd down. Let's call it 3rd down and about 12. Line to gain is the West 49-yard line. Back to pass. Veraconi throws, and he hits Sims, who's got some running room inside West territory, down to the 25. As they try to wrestle him down, he's going to make it close to the 23. Well, that was pretty impressive. 27-yard pass play and a 1st down, fresh set of downs for the East All-Stars as they try to draw first blood in this contest. Scoreless tie, first quarter action. From the 23, low snap, Veraconi will just fall on it, and that'll go for a quarterback sack and a loss of about 4. One of the receivers featured here is Jacob Albert, number 44. Here's the handoff, and look at McMullen getting in there. A phenomenal play, McMullen, out of Naperville Patriots. And Thomas got in there with lightning-like swiftness, and that brings up a 3rd down. Let's call it 16. So after the long pass play to Sims, East looked like they had some momentum, but back-to-back negative yardage plays. Low snap, Veraconi to throw. He rifles it to the flats. A deflected pass, and it's going to be caught. And it's Jamar Ebron, and he scores from 29 yards out. And it's 6-0 East All-Stars. Well, it was a deflected pass. With 4:28 left to go here in quarter number 1. The holder is Omari Walker. High snap. He did a nice job of corralling it, but the kick was blocked. And now keep it at a 6-0 advantage for the East All-Stars. We're in the first quarter. And you're watching the 2019 American Youth Football National All-Star Game on apnvideo.com. Well, the 2 return men. Long kick. And this one is going to go into the end zone. That's going to be a touchback. And our second look at the offense of the West All-Stars, who now find themselves down 6-0 here in the first quarter. They'll send one man in motion. And the carry belongs, a little tough sometimes picking up those numbers. And the carry belonged to, it looked like Justin Redd, who does the kickoffs for the West All-Stars, and he might have got a yard on the play. Let's call it 2nd and 9. 6-0 East. They're in the dark blue or the dark gray uniforms. Ajon creating, and he gains 6 on 2nd down and 9, and he'll bring up a 3rd down play. Nice job over there. Bell was in on the tackle, number 7 for the East. 3rd down and 4. West in possession, trailing 6-0 here in the first quarter. And they're going to try that. Well, they were going to go with the fly sweep, but then there was nowhere to go. They sealed off the edge, and what a fine defensive play by Cameron Williams. And that's going to put them in a 3rd and short. He might have got a yard or 2, and they're going to bring out the punting unit. Palai Foa standing back at his own 15-yard line. It's a high kick, but very short, and it just goes out of bounds right around the 37-yard line. So about a 12, maybe a 10, 12-yard net gain on the punt with 2:35 left to go here in the opening quarter. And you're watching the 2019 American Youth Football National All-Star Game. 1st down and 10, ball resting right at the 37. Veraconi, he throws an interception to Foa. He's returning it. He's going to be all the way back inside East territory. Well, our second turnover of the ball game, the first in by the West All-Stars. And Palai Foa with the interception with 2:26 left to go is going to give the West All-Stars, they're going to start in plus territory, a short field at the 35 of the East. So it's first down and 10. Christian Johnson under center for the West All-Stars. 2.5 left to go here, first quarter action. Here's the carry, Bryant, right side. He's got the first down and more. Picks up close to 14 yards. And a fresh set of downs. Outstanding blocking up front, led by left tackle McMillan, left guard Wood, Chacon at center, Foa at right guard, and right tackle Eli Wallace. That was the starters for the West All-Stars. And it's first down and 10 as the ball's placed just outside the 20. Sweep it out to the far side, and that one is going to be blown up. Big-time defensive play. William Mole with the tremendous play out of Kent County Spartans. He got in there with some big-time quickness. Gain of about a 2-yard pickup, second down and 8. Now play action. Here's the quarterback rolling out. He'll throw, and it's too high, and it's incomplete. He tried to hook up that time with Pierce Walsh, and with 1:30 left to go, the clock stops, and let's call it third down and 9. 6-0 lead here for the East. They're on defense. Third down and 9. Here's the toss pitch. Here's Bryant running right. Cuts it back left. And he is going to be close to a first down, but I don't think he made it. Sims and Bell, 2 were in there. 4th and 1 coming up here. This is a big play, and we're going to get an East timeout. You're watching APMvideo.com. Well, it's a 6-0 lead for the East All-Stars. Scoring on a 29-yard pass play, Veraconi to Ebron. 1:04 left to go, and a big 4th and 1 coming up here for the West All-Stars. Led by Christian Johnson, their outstanding right-handed throwing quarterback. And Bryant picks up the first down, running it over that C-gap, and he's going to take it to the house. What an individual effort that time by the running back, A. John Bryant, out of the Inland Empire Ducks. And this game is tied at 6 apiece. That was an impressive run. He got the first down easily, but he took on about 3 defenders and dragged them into the end zone, led by the blocking of Tyler Wood, number 56. So a 6-6 tie, and now the West will go for the 1-point conversion, and it will fail. So a 6-6 tie with 54 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. This is American Youth Football on APN. So we're knotted up at 6 apiece. Justin Rett getting set to go. Onside kick fielded right at the 50-yard line. And then the ball comes loose. Fumbling was William Moe. And it was recovered, it looks like, by the East All-Stars. As we sort out the pile, it was William that actually landed on the ball. And he was fortunate that that did not result in another onside recovery for the West All-Stars on special teams. So it's first down and 10. East back on the offensive side. Inside handoff it goes, and the defense rising to the occasion. Jemiah Otis with an outstanding play. That'll bring up a second down. We're winding down quarter number 1 in this 2019 All-Star Game. American Youth Football brought to you by Wilson and Battle. Here's a long pass, and that's going to fall incomplete, putting the East in a 3rd and long. And that will take us to the end of quarter number 1. 6-6 tie. This is APN. In the 2019 AYF National All-Star Game. All right, back here at IMG Field, and well, I'll tell you what, that first quarter, a lot of fireworks, a lot of big plays. A 6-6 tie as we go to quarter number 2. And the East All-Stars now moving left to right, looking at a 3rd down and 10. Here's Veraconi throwing and completing the pass near the West 36-yard line. That was a fine play by Ebron, who went up and got it, and a perfect throw by the Southpaw quarterback. So a fresh set of downs. They mark the ball at the 47-yard line. First down and 10, and the East trying to regain the lead. They led it 6-0, come out with Williams this time. And the tackle was made by Jemiah Otis. Nice run there. That's going to put them in a first down situation. First and 10, Vericone at quarterback. Low snap, and the knee is down. He took he was going to get sacked nonetheless. Cruz Estrada got in there with some lightning-like quickness for that West All-Star team, and it's going to bring up a second down and long coming up. Well, the offensive front line, led by big number 90, Nasha Harris. You got Ray, Benzia, and a slip tackle by Williams, and then he's going to be wrapped up and then thrown down by Foa, who had an interception back in that first quarter. And he is going to be hit for a personal foul and unnecessary roughness. And that is a big, big penalty against the West All-Stars. It sets up a first down and 10, ball resting right around the 15-yard line of the West. So it's first down and 10. Vericone takes a snap, hands off, and boy, did they run into a buzzsaw. And once again, Thomas McMillan was the first one in there. Finished off nicely by Jalen Thompson, number 14. And they lose about 3 on the play, bringing up a second down and 13. It's a 6-6 tie. The East has the ball. We're in the second quarter. Vericone rolling out, looking. He's in trouble, steps up, rifles one near the end zone. The ball is caught, and racing into the end zone is Kelly for the touchdown. How about that? Jakari Kelly with an impressive run after the catch. That one goes for 15, 18 yards and a touchdown, making it 13-6. They're going to go for the 1-point conversion, and they got it. Now will make it 13-6. So the run belongs that time to Dariva Scott. 9:07 left to play here in the first half. 13-6 in favor of the East All-Stars. Well, here's a squib kick, 13-6. This ball's going to be picked up by Estrada, and Estrada's going to be thrown down on a good special teams tackle, that time by Scott again. This is a kid that's going to be making a lot of plays in this game, no doubt about it. So 9 minutes left to go here in the first half. So the East return to the defense. They lead it by a score of 13-6. They've had touchdowns by Ebron and Kelly. And I'll tell you, the run game has been thwarted. The strong defense of the East All-Star. Actually, I would say both teams' run defense have done pretty well. We've seen a couple of big plays, somewhat big plays, but nothing. It seems like the aerial attack for both these teams is the way to go. Handoff, running to the near side, and boy, I'll tell you, you talk about stringing out a play. Tremendous job by Urquiza. I'm sorry, check that. Devin Roche, and he got help from Ebron. Really stringing that play out, and we got a timeout on the field. With 7:41 left to play here in the first half, 6-6 tie. This is APNvideo.com. Jeff Lowry back here from IMG Academy, and on 3rd and 10, the quarterback is going down. That's going to be a quarterback sack. Kyrie Edwards got some help from Coleman. A tremendous play. It's going to put the West All-Stars in a punt situation. West All-Stars led by McMillan, Wood, Chacon, Foa, and Wallace up front. Kick is away. And this one, a booming kick, goes for about 49 yards. And then what about the special teams play by Zachariah Branch? That was sensational with 6.5 left to go here in the first half. There you get a look at that big offensive front line led by Emery Ray, the pancake maker. He had something like 20 pancake tackles over his last 3 games, including a championship game back home. Handoff, and there's that West run defense rising to the occasion, led by Cruz Estrada. And let's see where they mark the ball, if that's going to be for negative yards. McMillan has been tremendous up front. 24, Jaden Coleman. It's going to bring up a second down and long. 13-6, the East. And a bad snap. The quarterback is going to be dropped inside the 10-yard line. Well, good pursuit. McMillan again. Who's at the bottom of the heap there? 52, Aiden Quinones. Excellent job after that ball went right through the legs of the quarterback on a low snap. And that's something that this East All-Star team is going to have to rectify if they are going to win this contest. They are up 13-6 and now facing a 3rd and long, and we got a penalty marker down.
We have a flag on the play.
This will be a false start against the offense, so that's a 5-yard penalty, and that moves them back to about the 5. And they just did it again. So that'll be half the distance to the goal. So they're going to be looking at a 3rd and about 20, roughly 23 here. We'll get the official call. It's a false start against the offense. And now that West defense loading up the box, handoff, and nothing going. The forward progress of Williams will prevent him from being called for a safety, but I'll tell you what, this McMillan, Thomas McMillan, 54, is a man among boys out there, and the punt is away. It's a short kick. It's going to land right around the 24, and then it's going to be picked up and then fumbled, and the ball comes loose. Branch probably should have just let that ball roll. You've got a short field, and you got to think about that on special teams. So with 4:10 left to go here, first half action, second quarter. First down and 10, ball resting at the 24-yard line. Handoff. This is A-John going over the left side, keeping those wheels a-churning, and I think he got the first down. That was a good tackle by Miles Libman. Or check that, I'm sorry, Kyrie Edwards. Kyrie Edwards on the play. That's going to bring up a first down and 10. Ball resting just inside the 14. Here's the toss pitch. They have it back to A-John Bryant, and he's going to take it to the house. 14-yard run for A-John Bryant. That's his second touchdown of the day, and it's a 1-point affair. Boy, I'm telling you, his ability to break tackles, and once he gets into the secondary, and that second level of the opposing team's defense, he is tough to bring down. He's very strong, lower body, and he proved it there with his second touchdown of the day. The extra point is no good. So the West unable to tie the game with 3:34 left to play here in the first half. So we are awaiting the ensuing kickoff. Back to receive. You saw Ebron and Williams again. Justin Rhett to do the honors here for the West All-Stars in the red uniforms. 13-12, and this is going to be a touchback. So the East with a 1-point lead. 3.5 minutes left to go. There is Coach Lou Montanaro with General Manager Ty Johnson, Tank Gross, Ronnie Flowers. Of course, that's Lawrence Lee, the head coach on the west side. The East coaches, Tank Gross, Ronnie Flowers, Steve Goulash, Raheem Hammond, Joseph Hooks, and Carl McQuitty. Try to do the end around. Nice cutback move, changing his field, and then gang tackled. Still trying to move the pile. That's a great individual effort right there by the East All-Stars and Jakari Kelly, who has a touchdown earlier today. Got a few yards on the play, brings up second down. Slot receiver to the near side, Jacob Albert. And Veracone, the quarterback, steps up into the pocket, and a little timing pattern, and it is intercepted. The second interception of the day, and Cruz Estrada comes up with a big pick. So that will give the ball back to the West with 2:25 left to play here in quarter number 2. And they're going to get, for the second consecutive time, a short field. Their last possession, they started right around the 25 of the East, who I believe wants a timeout here. So a break in the action. 13-12 is our score with 2:25 left to go here in the first half. First down and 10. West All-Stars back on offense. Branch, end around, turns the corner, and he's going to be tripped up. What a tremendous solo tackle that time by Devin Roche. This is another one of the players, one of their top players on this East Blue defense. You're going to hear that name quite a few times before the end of this contest. Branch got maybe two. Second down, long pass, and to the near side. It's incomplete around the 8-yard line. Intended target was Amari Airy. That'll bring up a third down and 8. 13-12, Blue leads the Red. Final moments of the first half, and Ajon dropped for negative yards. Quickly getting in there was Scott. The outstanding linebacker got in there quickly, unabated to the runner, and it's 4th down and 12 coming up here for the East as they trail by 1 from IMG Academy. Timeout by the West All-Stars. And right now they are looking at a 4th down and 12. And the quarterback, the toss pitch to Lipman, who throws it deep to Branch. He'll make the catch at the 5. He'll take it to the house. And a little razzle-dazzle at the end of the play. What a spectacular play by the Red West, and it was Lipman on a tremendous pass play. Miles Lipman from the Phoenix Storm to Zachariah Branch. And now they'll go for 2. Walsh. And the 2-point conversion with 36 seconds left to go here in the first half is good. And the West All-Stars lead at 20-13, their biggest lead of the game. Of course, this is the first time they have led in this game as we await the ensuing kickoff. So they have scored, the West that is, on back-to-back possessions. They got a short field back-to-back times, and they made the East pay for it. And this is going to be another touchback. First down and 10 from the 20. East would like to get something back here and try to regain the momentum that they have had for a better part of this first half. First down and 10 from their own 20-yard line, and here is the ball carrier in Bell. Bell's got the first, and he's all the way up to about the 43-yard line where he's going to be pushed out of bounds by Amari Airy.
First down.
So they marked the ball at the 42-yard line. That was a 22-yard run, one of the best runs of the day for the East All-Stars. Bell calls his own number again, up to the 45, the 48, across midfield, and he may very well have picked up the first down. He got the line to gain. That's a pickup of close to 10 yards on the play. And we're going to get a timeout with just 9 seconds left to go. The East trying to get in a position maybe to set up a field goal, or I think they would like to punch it in. I don't know if they've got someone that can hit from better than 35 or 40 yards out. So Bell back to pass on first down and 10. Line of scrimmage to 47, and he is going to be tackled. And that's a play you got to throw the ball and stop the clock. So Freddy Linux with a tremendous defensive play, and that will get us to halftime. With the score, the West 20, the East 13. We'll have the second half coming up next from IMG Academy. This is APNvideo.com. All right, welcome back to IMG Academy. We're in Bradenton, Florida. There's a look at Ajon Bryant. He has one of the 2 touchdowns here today. The other return man you saw back there waiting for the ensuing kickoff, and this one's going to go out of play, and let's see if they take it at the 35. Well, our score is the West, who had trailed for a good portion of that first half, 20-13. They have the lead. They were down 13. They were down 6-0, and then 13-6. They've scored 2 straight in 3 of the last 4, and now come out on offense, and boy, what a big-time defensive play. And we've mentioned this young man's name, Devin Roche, several times. They'll bring up a second down after a gain of 3. They'll run it to the opposite side, and this time over the A-gap right, and another big-time play. Moses got in there, and it's going to bring up a third down and about 3. West in possession. Toss pitch, Bryant trying to get a block, and he's not going to get away from Scott, who has been one of the leading defensive players in this game so far. A 3 and out for the West All-Stars, and the punting unit is out there on 4th down. Special thanks to IMG Academy. How ingratiating the entire staff have been to us throughout this All-Star event. Again here, our 3rd season. Of course, the all-time series is 5 wins, 5 losses, and a tie. And Ebron going to work with a very solid return, close to 20 yards. A hold will bring it back, so the East is going to be backed up with 9:38 left to go here in the 3rd. The offensive front line led by Josiah Chenault, Gondik, Benzia, Ray, and Harris. 1st down and 10. Keep it on the ground. And, well, fortunately for the West, they got a big-time defensive play there by Jalen Thompson, but the run goes for about 6. 2nd down and 4 to the 26-yard line. East All-Stars trailing at 20-13. We're in the 3rd quarter, and a low snap, and this ball comes loose, and it is going to be the West All-Stars ball. Jalen Thompson recovers. And for the 3rd consecutive possession, or 3 of the last 4 possessions for the West All-Stars as they take over, looks like 9.5 on the clock. They are going to have plus territory, and now goal to go from just inside the 10. They give the Scales, and he's inside the 5.
Off the middle to King Micah for a 5-yard gain.
So King Micah gets his team in a 2nd and goal from right around the 5-yard line. Second play of the drive. Handoff. Running to the right side. Smith now reverses his direction. He's in trouble. He changes his field again, and he is going to be dropped for a big-time loss all the way back to the 14. Great pursuit by Jaden Coleman, once again out of the Winston-Salem Indians. And a holding penalty on the play, and they'll probably go ahead and deny that one. And it's going to bring up a 3rd and goal from right inside the 15 of the East. West All-Stars in possession, and they lead it by a score of 20-13. Quick pass to the flats. Branch putting on the moves, still on his feet, inside the 10, inside the 5. He dives for the pylon, and he's found the promised land. Zachariah Branch and more. Outstanding athleticisms out there, and Zachariah, what a run. We've got an injured player, A. John Bryan, out there blocking. That is a 14-yard pass play, and we got a timeout on the field, and it looks like Bryan will be all right. Now the extra point attempt. That makes it 26-13. So Urquiza will be credited with a touchdown at quarterback. And the extra point, a line drive kick, is good. A 2-point conversion. Outstanding job by Walsh. And that makes it 28-13. This is the biggest lead of the game, coming at the 8:12 mark here in the 3rd. Couple of speed demons back there to receive the ensuing kickoff. And this one is going to be corralled around the 11-yard line. And bring it up close to the 26, 15-yard return. And pretty good coverage right there. Another big-time play by 54, and that's Thomas McMillan. And 24, John Butler, an outstanding athlete. Butler played for the champions, and Veraconi is back in at quarterback for the East, who now find themselves in a 15-point deficit. 3 consecutive touchdowns scored by the West. They've had 2 two-point conversions as they have scored 22 unanswered points. And the run goes straight up the middle. That might have been just to set up the next play. No gain. Good job up front, 35. Jeremiah Hughes, several others in there. 2nd down. They pick up about 3 on the play, 2nd and 7. East with the ball, come out running. A power run, and might be enough for the 1st down. Well, I'm telling you, taking on defenders, big, strong Zamonte Sims. He lowered the pad level and picks up the 1st down. Outstanding run. Keep it on the ground, straight ahead. This is going to be eating up a lot of clock here, but right now, I think if you're the East All-Stars and you're Lou Montanaro and the rest of that outstanding coaching staff, Tank Gross, Ronnie Flowers, Steve Goulash, Raheem Hammond, Joseph Hooks, Carl McQuitty, you got to get that defense off the field. They have been out there and they have been served up. And the 3 of the last 4 West possessions, a very short field. And I'll tell you, Thomas McMillan just continues to make plays. Jaden Coleman got the carry on that last one. Now you're looking at a 3rd down and 7 from your own 40-yard line. Trailing by 15, Veraconi to throw, and a wide-open receiver inside the West territory, and a tremendous throwing catch. Moses comes up with the play. He's going to be marked down to 45. It's a 20-yard pass play from Veraconi, and a 1st down for the East All-Stars, who trail it 28-13 here in quarter number 3. This drive is eating up about 3.5 minutes of clock, so a lot of clock when you're down by 15, but if they can score here, that's a 1-possession game. Tremendous job by Walsh on defense on the carry.
Brought down by number 35, Jeremiah Hughes.
Yeah, Hughes may have also gotten credited for that tackle also. Gain of 7, 2nd down, a short 3. Veraconi bobbles the snap, and in there, unblocked, McMillan again. Thomas McMillan. Tell you, along with, I would say, DeRavis Scott. And there's a look at Ty Johnson, the general manager of the East All-Stars. And these coaches should get a lot of credit. They get these guys for 2 days of practice to try to prep them on this big stage. Veraconi connecting again. And he finds Sims for another 1st down to the 20-yard line.
Zamonte Sims with the catch.
Got a penalty coming in late.
Personal foul.
And a personal foul. And that's going to be half the distance to the goal, and that's going to move the ball all the way down to the 11. So it's 1st and 10 for the East. They've got to score here. And they try to run it to the right side, and the West up front, they just continue to make big-time plays. And I'll tell you what, they are really giving what we thought was going to be a great performance by this East offensive front line, but the West has been able to penetrate repeatedly, especially when you look at the last few possessions that the East have had. Here's a run to the right side, and down he goes. Jemiah Otis with a phenomenal defensive play. That's for negative yards. 3rd down and 12 from the 13. And the quarterback is going to be sacked, and it's McMillan again.
Thomas McMillan. That brings up a 4th and goal.
Actually, it was, I stand corrected. It was actually 3rd and goal. Now it is 4th and goal, and the ball is all the way, well, now they're outside the red zone. So 4th and goal from the 21. Vericoni going to his hot read, and he throws it short. It is incomplete. It is not intercepted. It's a turnover on downs, and now the West All-Stars will take over on downs with 15 seconds left to go here in the third. And this is their worst starting field position of the day, starting from their own 21-yard line. First down and 10. Handoff. Ajon straight ahead, and he is up to about the 23-yard line, gain of 2. That was a great defensive play, and that'll take us to the end of quarter number 3. When we come back, we'll have the fourth quarter. This is the American Youth Football National All-Star Game with the score 28-13 West. Well, there's a look at Lawrence Lee giving some final instructions. His team has scored 22 unanswered points, and we go to the fourth period of play in the 12th annual American Youth Football National All-Star Game. And the West has the ball, first down and second down and 8, running it to the near side. That one was stretched out nicely by the defense, and down they go. Well, Lazarus was in there amongst a couple of others. Didn't quite catch the number of the player who sealed off the edge there. That was a tremendous job. Harris leading the charge up front on offense. You got a third down and 7 coming up from around the 24. And here's a throw and a catch by Branch. He leaped up and took it away. Literally took that ball away from the defender and Devin Roche. And he's going to pick up a big first down here as the West All-Stars move the chains. Zachariah Branch might be our player of the game. He has scored 3 touchdowns, 2 touchdowns here today. Outstanding play coming right back, Roche. Second down and 5 from the 38. This drive started back at the 15. West in possession and a 15-point lead, and a broken tackle, and it's Branch again. He's going to be a couple yards shy. Scott continues to make plays. He has just been tremendous. He is so quick to the ball. There's no hesitation. Third down and 4. And here's a long pass, and it is caught again. Is this Branch again? It is. And he is going to go all the way for the touchdown, 62 yards, and his third touchdown of the afternoon for Zachariah Branch. On the pass play by Urquiza, and that's going to make it 34-13. Pierce Walsh in for the extra point. The kick is a high, towering kick, and did he get it? He did. That'll make it 36-13, but a big-time pass play. We got a penalty marker down. So Pierce with another successful kick, his third consecutive 2-point conversion, and with 8:28 left to go here in the fourth, that is now 30 unanswered points by the West.
81 to kick.
Justin Rhett. So the penalty went against the East, and it was assessed on the kickoff, as you could see.
Taken by number 7, Bell. He's still on his feet.
Niceer Bell with a decent return. And Kyron Lewis on special teams drags him down near the 25-yard line. So 36-13, the 23-point lead for the West, the largest lead of the game. Another low snap, and that's going to be a loss of 5 on the play, setting them back to the 20-yard line. And you get a look at some of the fans dedicated and bringing their young men down here to beautiful Bradenton, Florida. I hope somebody got a chance to play a little golf or visit the beach while they were here. Pressure on the quarterback, and the ball is deflected, and it was nearly intercepted. It was broken up by King Micah, and now the injured John Butler, and both players are injured. And do we have an injured East guy? Yes, we do. So we'll take a timeout. This is the 2019 AYF National All-Star Game, 36-13 West. Well, the quarterback, Barricone, shaking up on that play. He's going to come out of the ball game. So we'll get a new quarterback in there for the East. And this is a broken play, and the West defense will make them pay once again. Looked like first in there was Otis. 14, Thompson. There's a lot of guys in there. 44, Foa.
Scales back to receive.
And on fourth down, the punter is in trouble, and he is going to be hit and down near the 5-yard line. Well, I'll tell you, the defense, they are riding high. Freddy Linux, 17. In fact, 33 came up with it. Cruz Estrada. 6.5 left to go, and the East won a timeout. They trail 36-13. All right, back to live action. First down and goal to go. Here's the handoff, running to the left side, and the East comes up with a big-time stop. That was Samonte Sims on the edge as he stops Jaden Smith. Smith got maybe a yard on the play. Goal to go for the West, trying to add on to a 23-point lead here in quarter number 4. We're inside the 6-minute mark. We played 4 12-minute quarters. Handoff, nice cutback, and he's going to make it down to about the 1-yard line. Ball carrier once again was Jaden Smith. Kyle Nemzek. And I believe he's out of the Oviedo Knights if the roster is correct. Third and goal from inside the 2. And now the quarterback calls his own number. Urquiza dives for the pylon, and he has found the promised land. A 1-yard run by Urquiza. And the West have scored on 5 straight possessions, 5 of 6, but they have scored 5 in a row, and the 2-point conversion is no good. 1-point conversion is no good. Intended target that time was Miles Lebman, who had a halfback pass for a touchdown when he found Zachariah Branch, who has scored 3 touchdowns here today for the West. And there's our national commissioner of American Youth Football, Dee Grayer. Does a tremendous job in the Phoenix area. Of course, you got a chance to listen to Craig Carahuda, the gentleman in the blue shirt. A lot of work, a lot of planning goes into not only this All-Star, but the Nationals, and a lot of thanks goes out to Dee Grayer and Craig Carahuda. A lot of work, and we certainly thank them for allowing us to be a part of it. Kick return, good coverage by the West. Outstanding tackle that time by Amari Airy as he brings down Lazarus on the play. And so first down and 10. Clock is running with the score 42-13 in favor of the West All-Stars. They were down 13-6, and they have reeled off 36 unanswered points. And the defense just continues to dominate. Freddy Linux, we've thrown his name out there a half a dozen times already. No gain on the play. Second down. Quarterback calls his own number. He's going to be trapped. He's going to be dropped for a quarterback sack. And big Jalen Thompson, a Michigan All-Star, coming up with a play. And that's going to put the East in a 3rd and long once again. They have been in 3rd and long way too many times here. And the end result, they are down 42-13 after leading 13-6 in the first half. And that ball's going to be caught by Ebron. He is down inside the 10. He's down to the 5.
He's still on his feet.
And yes, he's still on his feet. And Jamar is going to be placed down at the 4-yard line.
Nice catch.
That is a 60-yard pass play. As you get a look at the quarterback who threw that beautiful pass. And a tremendous job by Nasir Bell. Denarian Moultrie coming off the field, one of the offensive linemen for the East, who had a great year back for his team in Florida. And now we're going to get a little movement, and that's a 5-yard penalty. That was the last thing the East wanted to do. They just want to make it a little respectable. Time running down. Now it is 1st and goal from the 9, and the quarterback, Bell, is going to be dropped. Another tremendous play by Freddy Linux. Freddy Linux has played like an all-pro here today as you get a look at our 2019 East All-Stars. Second down from the 10. It's second and goal. Bell, he's in trouble. He had to throw it away. I'll tell you what, this defense has been so impressive. They gave up a touchdown, Maricone to Kelly at the 9:07 mark in the second quarter. They haven't given up one single point since the 9:07 mark back in the second quarter as we play here late stages, quarter number 4. This 2019 AYF National All-Star Game. Third down, quarterback caught in the backfield, nowhere to go and nowhere to hide, and this time it's Jalen Thompson. He has had a multitude of negative yardage plays in this game, and $1:27 left to play in regulation. Stay with us at the conclusion of this game. It's fourth down for the East, trailing 42-13. We'll have post-game interviews on the Arizona APN Football Network. Well, Lou Montanaro, a little stressed out. It's the old Xanax time here for the East coaching staff. And so that's a turnover on downs, and it's 1st and 10. They'll take the knee and kill the clock. So stay with us. We'll be turf side for some post-game comments from some of the players, whoever we can corral after the end of this game, and that's going to about do it here from the IMG Academy. 36 unanswered points for the West All-Stars in the red uniforms, and they are going to win this game. 42-13, the West take a 6-5 with one tie advantage in the all-time series. I'm Jeff Lowry with APN Video Sports. Stay with us for our AYF post-game show. Okay, DJ from the East All-Stars. Pretty impressive win for the West. They dominated the second half, but you guys, you played every down, and what was the experience like for you?
It was just an exciting experience to see what an All-Star game is like. I appreciate the love from the coaches, and I just want to get better through the season.
Okay. Well, we wish you the best of luck, and you played well out there. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, give us your names.
Christian Johnson.
TJ McMillan. Zachariah Branch. Ajon Bryant.
McMillan, let's start with you. You had a great game defensively out there. Congratulations. Big win.
Thank you. It was just, I noticed I had a mismatch on the center, and me playing at nose, I just used my speed, strength, and my hands to get off them and get in the backfield as fast as I can.
What was it like playing out here in this, spectacular facility?
It was a great experience. Proud to be in the environment and play with the best players across the country.
How about you?
It was a great experience playing against the East Coast, seeing what kind of talent they have over there, and playing with our linemen. We wouldn't be winning without them, so I want to thank my team as well. Okay. What was the difference in the second half, you think?
It was a big difference. We started trying more, and we started, we didn't take our foot off the pedal. We put all gas, no break, and we did. We came out with the victory.
So what the purpose is just to make sure that the guys are getting aggressive, getting outside. It starts narrow, gets out wide, so you're getting level, blocking at all levels and tackling at all levels.
Hands on blocking the back. Set. Hit. Drive. Make it to jump. Oh! Hold on to the rock, baby! Hold on to the rock! Same group! God, make a play! West, fire up! West, fire up! West, fire up! Here we go! Here we go! Yeah. Hit! Too high! Good feet! That's two! Come on!
This is one of the best groups we've had come down here. This is my 8th year being involved in the National All-Star program, and these guys are amazing. I mean, the talent level is the best there is, obviously, that the West Coast has to offer. And went a little bit deeper. I was interviewing a lot of the coaches earlier today, and it wasn't just based on their athletic ability. I mean, they're basing it on their community involvement. They're basing it on their grades in school. I mean, there's just a lot of criteria, character. I mean, for you to even get into the National All-Star game here, it's going deeper now than just being an athlete.
Coach Ty was talking a little smack down at the players' meeting, coaches' meeting yesterday. I don't know where that came from.
Well, I mean, we obviously have a little rivalry going on. I mean, the kids, they only get to do this game one time, but a lot of the coaching staffs are returning. We went 0-4 to start the series, and then we went 5-1-1. Last year, we took a beating. It was 27-14, and hats off. I mean, there's a great coaching staff over there, but yeah, there's a little rivalry going between the coaching staff. So, wanted to get in on it, I guess.
Now, last question. The first thing you guys come out after warm-ups, full contact. I mean, it was aggressive.
Absolutely. Yeah, West Coast, that's how we do it. I mean, we come out every year. We start with an A drill just to find out who's who. I mean, a lot of these kids, maybe you're the best kid on your team, and you come out here and everybody was the best kid on their team. We have the West Coast actually stems. We have kids from Texas, Ohio, Detroit, Chicago, Las Vegas, San Diego, Los Angeles. I mean, we cover a lot of ground, and we got to see what kids are made of. So we definitely start off with that A drill. I know the East Coast has a little different philosophy. I don't think they hit it up at all until game day, and we just don't believe in that.
We'll let him release outside. Our linebacker now. Take the tight end after the ball. Fire up! West, fire up! Okay. There you go. Make him go get it. That's what I'm talking about. I'll touch that. Make him go.
How you feeling this morning? Excited to be here?
Yes, sir.
Where are you from?
Dallas, Texas.
Done right, but we are expecting you to learn on the fly, okay? When coach says something one time, you shouldn't make that mistake again, okay? And then we expect you to give that full effort every single time. That's it right there, okay? And then everything else you don't have to worry about. That's how it works on All-Star Game, and that's how it's going to work when you get to high school, and that's how it's going to work when you get to college, okay? All right, break it out. Let's go.
What's that on me? What's that on 3? 1, 2, 3. What side?
Don't sing it, let's bring it. They scrape across your face, they better know. They not coming no more. We got it? Sure. Y'all not that deep over here right now, you gotta hold it down. You understand? Yes, sir. All right, let's rock and roll. Let's bring it. Let's get a good break.
Let's go backers. Backers on 3, 1, 2, 3. Backers.
Listen up, guys. Let's rock and roll. All right. Cheval Branch, better known as Coach Va. Yeah, Coach Va. Hey, loving it. It's my second opportunity to come out. Last year was a great experience. I'm enjoying every minute of it. It's a great time to get out and give these young athletes an opportunity to get familiar with how it's going to be at the next level, high school, college, and beyond. They get that opportunity to live amongst each other, practice hard for the next 4 days, and be able to go ahead and apply themselves on game day. Yeah.
Fantastic.
So my main duty, obviously, is assemble the team, assemble the coaches, and tracking players from around the country, getting game film, recommendation, talking to the individual coach back at home, and putting the team together. So that's my initial duty as a general manager: getting a coaching staff, communicating with the parents, communicating with the coaches, sort of more logistic kind of stuff, getting everybody here. So that's initial duty. Once we get down here, I'm also the defensive coordinator, so I'm working with the team directly, setting the defense.
What's the biggest challenge for you dealing with kids you don't even know?
Well, actually, for any coach in this setting, where we only have like 4 days, we're trying to put like a 30-day session into 4 days. You understand? So I think that's the challenging thing. So as long as we're organized as coaches, I think we'll be fine. We're getting the install, the defense, the offense, special teams, but it's just compacted a little bit. We don't have the luxury of being back home. It's August 1st and we're starting practice. We don't play till Labor Day. You got 5 weeks. We got to do 5 weeks in 3 days, and so it's a little tough. But as long as we stay organized, I think we'll be fine.
What's your favorite part of this whole event?
I think the favorite part of me is the kids coming in and starting to learn each other. Making friends, starting to gel. I'm seeing kids that one guy lives in New Hampshire, other kid lives in Florida. They're roommates. They're sitting, eating, together, that kind of stuff, building up camaraderie, and that's the greatest thing I like.
was a good time. My favorite part was actually when the kids came together in the locker room earlier. They basically expressed themselves about our coaches, basically telling each other about how great they really loved each other. And, you know, that's probably been the best part, really.
It's in these type of games, we move in baby steps. You know, in periods, everything we break down to a 20-minute period. So hopefully every 20 minutes we come out with something a little bit better. We learn a lot by mistake out here, and if it's not fixed in that period, we move on right to the next period. So we start at the beginning of the week with a lot of little periods, 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Next day we come out and maybe 4 or 5 periods. Now we're down to offensive period and defensive period. So, but it's moving well. We're getting where we should be. We have another 2-hour practice today, and after that we go what we got. So,
what personally for you is your favorite part when you're out here at this All-Star event? What aspect do you enjoy the most?
I enjoy the camaraderie with the guys. I enjoy learning from the other coaches that are out here. It's ending my 26th year in youth football, and if I'm not learning something, it just gets really stale really quick. So I love to come out here, hear the buzzwords, hear the different concepts, hear how the guys are doing it at home, sitting around after practice with the West guys and, hearing how they're doing things like that. And, it keeps everything fresh for me,
Throw.
Hey, bring it up. Hurry up.
You got that on film. Good job. I told you if you're on film, you catch it. Hey, what's your name and where are you from?
Freddy Linux. I'm from Cleveland.
What do you do, like, when you're back home? What's your routine? I mean, you guys are elite athletes. I mean, you got to step up your game over most students. What's your routine? What's your secret?
I mean, basically, I just go outside in the front yard, play catch with my little brothers and everything, make them throw bullets at me and stuff.
How about academics? How do you focus on those?
I focus good, got good grades and everything, A's and B's and stuff.
Yeah. You do your homework every night?
Yeah. No, not. Yeah. Most of the time.
Okay.
Keep my grades up.
What sets you apart? I mean, what's your daily routine that you set you apart from the rest of the students?
You know, we go to sleep early. We discipline ourselves to go to sleep early, so we come out here and do what we're supposed to do and perform at a good level. And we get up, go to breakfast, and then chill with the team for a little bit. Come out here and do what we're supposed to do. Have a good practice and get ready to beat the East.
All right. All right, man. Go get them. Thank you.
Thank you.
Everybody to the left. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Well, my name is Lamar, and I'm in Tampa, Sarasota. I flew all the way from Jersey. Now I'm here with my son, Ozone. They call me Maury Walker. Dean, yes, he come from New Hampshire. That's who it be. You out from the rest. We repping the East, not the West. Cause I'm here right now on the field. Behind me is the East, and that's who I see.
So good. Today was probably our best day. We went full pads today. Finally got all the offense and defense installed, so we got after it a little bit. Little 11-on-11 scrimmage right there, so the kids got a chance to show what they really about. So I'm excited. I'm excited. Kids are a little tired. We're all a little banged up. You know, a little hot out here, but I'm excited what's going to happen tomorrow.
Now, you coached in the only tie.
Yes.
In All-Star history, AYF All-Star history. How do you feel like you match up with the East?
Well, player for player, about the same. I mean, the kids were walking through the cafeteria with no pads on, so it almost looked identical. You know, if they didn't have the lanyards on, we wouldn't have known who's on whose team. So I think we match up really well. I mean, I didn't come all the way down there for another tie, but, you know, I think on paper, we are certainly even.
Move up a little bit. That came off, you got to be in there. You got it? Okay. All right, you're going to go here. When you do go in, we're going to go for half hours.
Trying to blow these guys back so this quarterback can't be go. Fire. He breaks one free. We're chasing his ass down because you never know if the ball's going to come out. That's right. Do all your play your business. Are you just... Guys, we got to fill. We do our jobs. I'm telling you, we can beat the offensively.
Why? Now we can actually step.
Well, he understands it's not just about football. He keeps his grades up, straight A student. He knows respectful to all people. He knows it's more just a sport, but he loves the sport and he wants to go big. His nickname's Big Country, even though he's probably the smallest one on the line. But you know, recently I think he's got a nickname is House of Pancakes. In the All-Stars, 2 of the games, he had eight pancakes in one game, and 6 in the other, 5 in the other, in the championship game. So he's don't get deceived by his height. He's a house.
What's your take on this event? I mean, these guys are out here I mean, I feel like I'm on a college campus.
It's unbelievable. I mean, to watch your kid and you start coaching a kid at 5 years old, 4.5 years old, and here we are before high school and we're here. It means you're a proud parent. And all these parents out here are proud. I know the kids are proud. I mean, their shoulders are back. Their chests are pumped forward. They're happy. Everyone's happy, and hometowns are happy for the kids too. That's a great thing. I've coached them up until 2 years ago, so help coach, and which sometimes that's been great. Sometimes it's been a hassle because when you're a coach, you're advocate for the whole team, just not for your own son. So that's the way I've always coached, and that's how my son is. He doesn't expect favoritism out of me, and that's a great thing. So that's why he comes out and does what he does, and he doesn't look for handouts and comes out and plays.
Tell us a little bit about your son and what this experience has been for you.
Okay. Christian has been playing football since he was 5 years old. He's 13 years old. He's a quarterback. He's actually played all the different positions since he's been playing at 5. This culminated after we won the third place in the national championship out of Detroit, Michigan. And he was invited back as one of the 60 youths across the country to represent the West against the East Coast. I think it's a great opportunity for my son. Of course, I was excited. He was excited. I think it's a wonderful opportunity, really, just before going to high school. He gets a chance to play with some of the other best of the best players, get coached by some of the best coaches, and come to see this great facility, IMG. What's ironic about it, when he was younger, he used to always get to the computer and he'd come to me and say, "Daddy, come look at this IMG." I didn't know whether it was a high school or college, but he said, "That's where I want to go one day." And he'd always joke with me about it. I said, "Oh man, you're not going to know IMG. What is IMG?" And look, he's playing at IMG, you know what I'm saying? Staying in the dormitories, getting that experience. So it's a great experience. And of course, he's learning on the field the expectations and what it's going to take, So I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be a part of it.
What's the biggest challenge working with these guys for 2 days?
We're trying to figure out where everybody goes. Everybody's an all-star where they come from, so trying to figure out where everybody goes so we can get everybody spread it out evenly, Main thing is everybody football players, so they basically can go anywhere, though. So.
I said, what sets you apart? I mean, what's your daily routine that you set you apart from the rest of the students?
We go to sleep early. We discipline ourselves to go to sleep early, so we come out here and do what we're supposed to do and perform at a good level. And we get up, go to breakfast, and then chill with the team for a little bit. Come out here and do what we're supposed to do. Have a good practice. Get ready to beat the East.